that backpack just swallowed a full-size rifle, and nobody walking past would ever know. Here's the thing nobody talks about. Most guys spend $2,000 on a home defense setup, then leave it locked in a safe when they actually go somewhere. The rifle in your safe doesn't help you when your truck breaks down 60 miles from anywhere. So today we're going through 12 takedown and folding guns that disappear into a bag, a trunk, or a boat locker, and snap back together when you actually need them. Some are brilliant. 2 of them I'd skip. One is the smartest buy under $300 on the market. Stick around for that one. Let's start with the wildest of the bunch, the TNW Firearms Arrow Survival Rifle. 1 receiver, 9 different chamberings. We're talking 17 HMR, 22 mag, 22 LR, 9mm, 357 SIG, 40 S&W, 10mm, 45 ACP, and 460 Roland. You swap barrels, sometimes bolt heads and trigger groups, and you've basically got a new rifle. The receiver also runs Glock mags on the pistol calibers, which is huge if you already carry a Glock. Same mag for your sidearm and your long gun. My take? This is the Swiss Army knife of survival rifles. Cool on paper, a little fiddly in real life. If you love tinkering, you'll love it. If you just want one gun that works, look further down this list. Next up, the Ruger 1022 Takedown. This is the default answer for a reason. Millions of these have rolled off the line, which means optics, stocks, triggers, mags, anything you want, somebody makes it. Magpul even builds a takedown stock that turns this thing into a different animal. The barrel and forend pop off the receiver in about 3 seconds. And Ruger throws in a backpack case in the box. Want it even smaller? Grab the 22 Charger Takedown, which is the pistol version. Honest verdict. If you're buying your first Survival 22, you buy this one. End of conversation. Now here's where it gets interesting. The FoldAR. This isn't a takedown, it's a folder. And it does something I've never seen another AR pull off. It folds in half without you separating the upper from the lower. Folded. It's under 18 inches. To deploy, you swing the barrel forward until it clicks. Pull the lever to confirm lock. Drop the bolt, and you're hot. The grip and stock are Magpul. The chamber is 223 Wild, which means you can run 5.56 NATO or 223 Remington safely. This is the AR for people who don't want anyone knowing they own an AR. Question for the comments. Would you rather have 1 gun in 9 calibers or 9 guns in their own calibers? I know my answer. Curious about yours. Moving to shotguns. Axer Arms out of Turkey makes a folding 12 gauge with a 20-inch barrel that breaks in half on a pivot screw at the front of the receiver. Slide the rear sight back, fold it, and the length drops by 50%. You can load and unload it folded or unfolded, which is useful in ways you don't appreciate until you try it. 12-gauge stopping power in something that fits in a duffel. That's a trade-off a lot of guys would take. Coming this summer from a veteran-owned shop in North Carolina, Dark Mountain Arms is releasing the Stowaway. Single-shot bolt action, multi-caliber, launching in 5.7 NATO with future swaps planned for 9mm, 4.6x30, 22 LR, 22 WMR, 17 Mach 2, and 17 HMR. The 16-inch rifle weighs 2.8 pounds. The 5-inch pistol version weighs 2 pounds flat. Threaded barrel. Picatinny rail standard. Suppressor ready. Optic ready. Breaks into 2 pieces. This is the one I'm watching most closely this year. Alright, here's the one I promised. The Henry AR-7, chambered in 22 LR, semi-auto blowback. Ships with 2 8-round mags. The whole rifle, action, barrel, and both magazines stores inside the stock. The stock floats on water. The whole thing weighs 3.5 pounds. No tools to assemble, just snap it together. Sticker price, $290. Is it the most accurate 22 out there? No. Is it the most fun to shoot? Not really. But for under $300, you get a rifle that survives a creek, fits in a glove box, and feeds you when the gas station is closed. Smartest buy on this list if you're on a budget. KelTec finally chambered the Sub 2000 Gen 3 in 5.7 by 28mm FN. It runs FN 5.7 mags and ships with a single 20-rounder. Folded, it's 16.15 inches. Deployed, it's 30.45. The twisting forend lets it fold with an optic mounted, which is the upgrade everyone was waiting for. Threaded muzzle, 1 in 7 twist, 4 1/3 pounds unloaded. MSRP is $511. If you already own a 5.7, this is a no-brainer companion. Old school next. The Rossi Tuffy 410, single-shot break action, polymer receiver, 2 pounds, 14.5 ounces. Unscrew the front sling swivel stud. The forend pops off, and now it stores even smaller. The thumbhole stock has shell holders built in on both sides, so you can keep 8 rounds of 2.5 or 3-inch shells right on the gun. $187. This is the gun you stick in the truck and forget about until you need it. Smith & Wesson stretched their FPC platform into 10mm, same blowback aluminum tube receiver as the 9mm version, just slightly bigger, 10 more ounces, 3/4 inch longer. The 16.25-inch barrel is threaded, and a tungsten-infused recoil buffer keeps the 10mm from beating you up. It feeds from 15-round M&P 10mm mags, 3 included, 1 in the gun and 2 riding in the stock. Folded, it's barely longer than the barrel itself. MSRP, $699. 10 mil out of a 16-inch barrel is a different animal than out of a pistol. That ballistic jump alone justifies it. Now the strange one. The Magpul and Zev Technologies FDP9. Folded. It's roughly 11 by 5 inches, almost a perfect square. Pushing down on the charging handle while folded deploys the gun in about a second. The chassis is based on the ZEVOZ9V2 with Gen 5 internals. 7-inch barrel. Hits steel at 200 yards. MSRP $1,600. That's the catch. For $1,600. This is a niche tool for people who genuinely need maximum concealment. If that's not you, walk away. Axer Arms shows up again with the FSS Mini. Semi-auto 12-gauge, 14-inch barrel, 5-round tube. Folds small enough to fit in a laptop bag. Synthetic furniture. Cross-bolt safety. 22mm Picatinny rail for accessories. $449. Different beast than a Mossberg Shockwave because this one's semi-auto, not pump. If you want short and fast, this is the one. Last on the list, the CVA Scout Takedown, single-shot break action, tool-free disassembly, 1-inch removable length of pull spacer, swappable comb risers at 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch, fluted stainless barrel with a radial muzzle brake. The new chambering options are what make this one interesting, including 400 Legend and 360 Buckhammer. Just under $500. And every Scout I've ever shot punches way above its price tag. So, out of all 12, what's the move? If you want simple and proven, the Ruger 1022 Takedown. If you want budget survival, the Henry AR7. If you want serious capability that hides in plain sight, the FoldAR or the S&W FPC 10mm. The rest fill specific niches really well. Drop a comment with the one you'd actually buy, and which one you'd skip. I read them. If this saved you from a bad purchase, hit subscribe, because next week we're breaking down the takedown shotguns that pros actually trust when things go sideways. See you there.